Question: what led to the decline of rock music in the mainstream? Why is rock dead? Many people have offered explanations for this. My own explanation is as follows. Rock music was assassinated by the recording industry. I know this sounds outlandish, but hear me out. Between the 1950s and the 1990s, rock music was the most popular genre of music in the mainstream. The problem with this, from the standpoint of the record labels, is that rock stars, the creators of this music, were too unreliable and too unstable. For example, rock stars were always fighting with their record labels over creative control over their music, over the production, over the music videos. And because rock stars wrote their own songs, they were always fighting with the label over control of the publishing rights for those songs, which were very valuable. The worst of it is that these rock stars kept dying when they were young and at the peak of their earnings potential. For example, Brian Jones, Jimi Hendrix, Janis Joplin, Jim Morrison, Keith Moon, John Bonham, Freddie Mercury, and the last rock star, Kurt Cobain. Things came to a head in the early 1990s. During the first half of the 1990s, Nirvana were the biggest music act in the world, and their record label, Geffen Records, were making a ton of money off of them. That all ended in 1994, when Kurt died. The gravy train had ended. After that incident, the record labels finally had enough. Relying on rock stars was bad for business. During the second half of the 1990s, the record companies said to themselves, we're going to recruit these good-looking, charismatic teenage kids. They don't necessarily have to have any musical talent. We're going to take care of the songwriting. We're going to take care of the production and the music videos. These kids have to do nothing but look pretty and dance around the stage a bit. And we're going to make them into pop stars. And that's what happened at the end of the 1990s, when Britney Spears and all the boy bands like NSYNC came out. And the record companies flooded MTV and the radio airwaves with their music. That formula persists to this very day, with the new generation of teenage pop stars such as Olivia Rodrigo and Billie Eilish. And that, my friends, is the reason why rock has died. It was all preordained.